50-inch television with Google Smart TV capabilities already all built in. Delivered to your door for free, 5 easy payments of $70 and 30 days to love it or send it back. But so it's so pretty, right? It's a gorgeous visual, but there's so much to this television that I'm bringing in Mr. Michael Padula. Hi, Michael.
Hi, you're bringing in the big guns today,
What's
huh?
up?
Good to see you. How are you, friend? It's been a
too.
minute. Thanks for having me. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for being here with
welcome.
us. We love to learn, but
mean,
actually,
do you
this
think?
is gorgeous.
Not bad, huh?
What I see, what I notice right off the bat,
Yeah.
it is so thin.
Yep.
So obviously with
Yeah.
the stand, but also we can mount this,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
The size is that perfect size for every room.
That's it. It's perfect size.
Living
50
room,
inch.
bedroom, office.
Garage, dad's play den, wherever it might be. It's
For
perfect.
$350.
That's
wow.
right.
And then this little bezel
That's
that
it.
doesn't even exist. So it just
Little bitty.
it looks like a floating
It does.
picture.
Right? And it's from RCA. Rosina, we just brought this to QVC air this past weekend in QVC2. First time ever you're seeing RCA televisions on QVC2. This company has been around for over 100 years. They started in 1919. They brought the world's first black and white television to the World's Fair in 1939. Brought the first color television to the consumer market in 1954. The list goes on and on. But again, all TVs are not created equal. This is the perfect size, and it's by a company that is interwoven into the fabric of our country because they've been doing this so long.
Okay, so RCA,
Yeah.
fantastic. But this is a smart TV. It's
Yeah.
a Google Smart TV. So now you're adding RCA plus Google.
That's right. RCA, Google. We'll talk about sound in just a little bit, but we also added a third big powerhouse, which is Dolby, right? So Dolby Sound,
Oh.
Google operating system, RCA television. Yes, this is a Google Smart television. So that means that the operating system, the little powerhouse behind how the TV is going to work with all of those smart apps that you're going to download to it, that's Google. Arguably, now a lot of us tech people read a lot of different, we love to say what our favorites are, and Google is highly regarded as the best consumer-friendly operating system of any smart television that is out there. And I'm going to show you what it looks like, and it's very easy to play with, and it's super intuitive. But I mean, quite simply, Rosina, what I love is when you first get it home, this is always going to stay right here. For You, Live, Apps, and Library, right? So obviously For You means that the Google Smart Intelligence is suggesting different apps. As it learns what I'm downloading, it's going to start suggesting things for me in terms of content. Up here, if I always want to go to Live, my favorite thing about what Google's done is they have something called Google Free Play. This is free television that they've categorized right here in one little tab. If you scroll down, Google TV Free Play, right now I've got 186 free channels. When you get yours home, that number is going to vary depending on where you are, but all free content is right here, always under the For You app. I can literally click on any one of these categories, any one of these, and I'm watching free television start to finish.
Without needing to have a
I'm not connected
cable.
no
cable prescription.
No subscription, no membership, not with it. You pay for the TV, you get it home, you have 168 free channels, 186 free channels, up to 800. And something that Google's done that I've noticed the other guys haven't done, they're starting to incorporate local programming into this.
That's
So
important.
you're starting to be able to watch free local programming by having the Google operating system.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, now also all of our streaming apps,
Yes.
for example, that maybe before we needed a Fire Stick
That's right.
or a Roku.
That's right.
Now it's already, you don't need the stick anymore. It's already built into the TV.
That's right. So another one of your little tabs right here, the apps is, the tab says apps, right? So as you know, as we download apps to our phone, right, that means it's a smart device. So we have these little mini players these days. So, you know, our little Sling or our little Peacock or our little, well, we're not going to play it, but we're going to, that just shows you the different accounts that you can have on your TV. But your Netflix, your HBO Max, your Prime Video, all of those that you're downloading are going to be right here. You've got the Google Play Store, so you're going to access over 10,000 different apps, right? Every one of these stats that we're giving are just mind-blowing because Google, the power of Google is pretty big. Also, don't let me forget, Rosina, I want to talk to the remote here in a second.
Sure.
All right, because it's super fun. All of your apps are laid out here. Your free play is always going to be there, so before you even go to one of your membership or your subscription-based apps, by the way, you've got your Google Free Play again. So you just click on that, and you've got your hundreds upon hundreds up to 800 free channels built right into there.
Now this is the thing, but I think in electronics we could do this because as far as the experts, you're not supposed to talk about price. But what I do want to talk to you about is that it seems mind-blowing to me for a TV of this quality and all of this. $350 is pretty good, right?
It's great. And if you think about how much they'd come down in price, but again, an RCA television, first off, we all spent, you know, back in the day, how many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars did we spend on them? This one has the LED screen, the 50-inch display, over 16.7 million color combinations, the ability to play 800 free channels, all of that built in. But yes, I don't talk about price, Rosina, but you're right, $350 is... It's a pretty good deal.
Really, a really good deal. Okay, so we were talking about, sound.
Yes.
Sound is Dolby?
Dolby Audio. That's right. Dolby Audio built in. Now, if you want to, and I'm a big fan of, as a tech guy, I'm into a little extra support when it comes to the audio. So what's cool about the television is you've got your ports in the back. If you want to put, instead of speakers, now we have, you know, the Bluetooth soundbar. If you want to connect a soundbar to this, you've got all the ports in the back. Very simple. You can connect your DVD player if you're still watching DVDs. You can connect your cable box if you're watching traditional cable. You can connect your gaming consoles, and of course you can connect an extra additional little boost for the sound if you wanted to do like a sound bar.
It's lightweight.
It is.
So if you do want to mount it, you could, or you want to move it around, you could.
I was telling a friend before the show, Lucina, do this. It's not, see what I mean? Look at her face, I'm telling you. Sarah on the floor said to me earlier, she's like, oh, that looks heavy. And I'm like, no, it's really not. It's less than 17 pounds. She did.
And Sarah weighs 17 pounds.
Yeah, Sarah's little. But yeah, this does not weigh a lot. It's a 50-inch television, which means it's measuring diagonally, right? Ultra high definition television, 50 inches. And just for some, to keep it relative, it's about 44 inches long, about 28 inches tall, or high, and if you want to mount it, like you can see I added the little legs right here on the bottom of this so that we can keep it on the tabletop. This just makes it about 10 inches wide, but Rosina, like you mentioned, it's it's only about like 4 inches wide. The actual monitor is only about 4 inches wide, so if you want to mount this on the wall, super lightweight, again, it's 17 pounds, and this is a 50-inch ultra high definition television.
$350 for this, free shipping and handling, an easy payment of $70 gets this home to you right now in this moment, and then you have 30 days to love it or send it back. Now, this is the thing, because for me, sometimes I'm like, oh, like I get intimidated sometimes.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not sure, is it too much stuff? If you've ever heard of anything of like the Fire Sticks, again, or Roku, or anything like that, which a lot of us do have, that's where we're downloading our Netflix. That's where we're downloading QVC Plus, HSM Plus, those apps for streaming. Now we don't need the stick anymore. That's the difference.
Yes.
That's what the smartness of it all is. Instead of having to have the separate stick, the TV itself has the capabilities to be able to download those streaming services on here.
Correct.
But then also just watch regular cable or watch the free TV that the TV itself has for you.
Absolutely. Free TV comes nowadays with certain additional programs. Like, for instance, when Google teams up with RCA, and they are the powerhouse behind the way that these programs are laid out, they offer the free channels. But to your point, Rosina, yes, you do not need extra hardware. You don't have to buy a Fire Stick. You don't have to attach a Roku device. It is all built into the television. That's what makes it a smart TV.
What does UHD mean?
Yeah.
And
okay, so UHD is a level of the definition, right? This means ultra high definition. So for it to classify as ultra high definition, this is a 4K television. So that means that the picture quality, the resolution, without getting too techie specky, right? The pixelation of it, the brightness of the colors, this has 4 times the amount of pixelation and brightness and vivid imagery that you're going to see on this than a standard definition television, than a standard high definition television. So if you have, here's what I mean by that. If you have an old TV in the back of the house, right, and it works just fine, if you say, well, it works fine, I can keep using that. Well, just so you know, this has 4 times the picture quality of that. And I also want you to know, sometimes you see TVs are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right? This one really is the perfect sweet spot. Rosina, it's 50 inches across, right? This doesn't require a lot to get home. First off, you said it's free shipping.
Thank you.
Pay attention to that. You don't have to go to the store and buy the 65 or the 75-inch box that you can't get in the back of your car. It's such a perfect size. And yes, the UHD, that was a long way of saying it means you got a really good picture.
Really good, crisp, clear picture. Now, look at this.
Yeah.
Look how beautiful this is.
Yeah.
It's the latest and greatest, state of the art. 30 days to love it or send it back, which to me, whenever we are talking about anything that is an investment, it's really a fantastic thing that you have a chance to play with it. You're not committing. We never want you to commit. I don't want to commit to something that I'm not sure. But that's why we give you 30 days. But what is the story with the remote control?
Okay.
That looks really cute, by the way.
First off, and another thing, it's not just a powerful remote control. Also, another thing, honest to goodness, other remote controls are not as sleek and as well designed as this one. Some of them have too many buttons, right? We don't need more buttons than we need. This one is not only a remote control, right, which simply has, by the way, on it. Let's say you're a Netflix subscriber. You've got your Netflix, your YouTube Music, your YouTube and Music, Prime Video, but also right here at the top, you've got a built-in, I'm going to keep my finger still so you can see it, the little microphone, right? So I hold that down and I say, hey, Google, play a Kevin Costner movie. And typically when it's connected to Wi-Fi, which it's not at this moment, it will hear that and it will automatically pick up for me and help me pick content. I can say, play some relaxing music. I can say, what's the weather like today? That's the power of Google. And that's it's all included. It's part of the package of the television.
And you don't have to buy an extra subscription or anything for that.
One plug, one remote control, one TV, endless possibilities. Thanks, RCA.
$350, guys. Like, this is so good, and free shipping and handling. And I would say, oh, this is great with all the capabilities, even if it was on like a Joe Schmo brand TV, right? Even though we have learned that when you are going to invest in a television that you're gonna, in my case, I have televisions for like 20 years, right? You want to do the best. All of this capability from Google also on RCA, that is one of the biggest names in television.
Yeah, I mean, forget it. If you just think back again, over 100 years making televisions, the first ever to bring a black and white television into homes, the first ever to bring a color television. From the World's Fair in 1939, they've been bringing televisions to our homes. So you would think about it, there's a lot of new names in technology, and tech is all about the newest and the greatest. I always say to people, go with what you know, and remember the ones who were doing it longer than the other ones. That's what RCA does.
It's so good. It really is a fantastic value. Right now, 5 easy payments of $70. Okay, let's go through this again. What are you showing us here?
Okay,
all
so
of
I'm
the
just
apps?
I'm playing around. So I was playing with the apps right now. Again, please don't think that I move it just because it's an interesting picture. But yeah, it's quite simple. I hit the home button on this, right, and I come back to this normal screen that's, again, got suggestions for me from the TV. I've got my live content, right? I just tab over to that, and you can see all down here again. This is all that free content, Google TV Free Play. Fancy way of saying, hey, Google says, here, we'll put all the free stuff together for you, and you don't have to look for it. All right here, categorized by movies, news and opinion, local news. Again, this is a new thing. I have not seen other OSs, as we call them, operating systems, bring local channels to the consumers. That's something that you technically, most of the time, have to add an additional antenna to be able to access. I'm quite impressed with the fact that Google's bringing local programming to the customers built into the television. You can see, look, we're watching local Philly news right here. I mean, think about that.
And that is the reason why, whenever you're like, oh, but maybe I don't need cable or whatever, one of the reasons why you would continue is for that reason.
That's true. It's absolutely
for the local.
It's true. That's why most people say they want to have something additional, because you can have your streaming services, right, but you miss out on your locals. I just happen to notice that Google's including them now in this, and I think it's something to pay attention to, right? But yeah, all of your apps are very simple. Let's say you're a Discovery subscriber, or that's a movie app. Few more over here, but again, you've got a simple, what we call interface. It stays very simple. As you're using it, you're going to learn it a little bit better. But live, want to watch live TV, my apps are right there. So if I say, oh yeah, I want to watch something on Netflix, just scroll right down to the Netflix app. And then library. If you download things and you pay for them, you know, if you rent a movie or you buy a movie, that's where it'll stay, right here on your TV. But you do your inputs just like, you know, right here on the top right corner of the remote control is my input button. I'm clicking right there, as a matter of fact, and I'm going to go back over and play that little video on our way out, because I know we're almost done, but look, then I've got the little RCA video, which by the way, also, I want to make sure you know this too, you can play things off of your iPad, right? Like I'm literally playing this video right now off of my iPad, connecting it to the TV, and anything that you had stored on your phone, your home videos, your home photos, that can also be accessed right there. Take it outside in the backyard.